Do you like Star Wars? Do you like comic books? Do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Well, guess what? You're a huge nerd. And there's just the webcomic for you. Hey Star Warriors, Stargeek here, and today I want to tell you about Darths Droids, an online RPG screen cap comic. It's important to start with its inspiration, DM of the Rings. Created over the course of 1 year from 2006 to 2007 by Seamus Young, DM of the Rings followed a group of RPGers in the Lord of the Rings environment. While being bossed around by the incredibly serious Game Master, we view their made-up adventure through screenshots of the Lord of the Rings films. Darths Droids is the equivalent of that, but in Star Wars form. Darths Droids' first issue was released in 2007 by Andrew Coker, Andrew Shelshear, David Karlov, David McLeish, David Morgan Marr, and Stephen Ergang. Together, Andrew, David, and Stephen are known as the Comic Irregulars. They started the series with episode 1, The Phantasmal Malevolence, featuring a ragtag group of geeks who are trying to make their way through a thrown-together RPG game created by the GM. Along the way, more and more players join the game, making the story a stunningly elaborate adventure. While playing, the characters improvise as much as they can, allowing for creativity in the in-game universe without following the actual plot of the films. Darths Droids doesn't only deal with a fantasy universe, but creates an interesting and well-thought-out storyline between the out-of-story RPG players. I don't want to spoil the series, so I won't give too much away, but it's definitely worth the read. They go through the Silence of the Clones, Revelation of the Sith, A New Generation, The Enemy Let Slip, and are currently finishing up The Jedi Reloaded. They are still uploading comic strips every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. The Comic Irregulars don't know if they're going to continue into the Clone Wars Rebels, the Holiday Special, or the Force Awakens once they finish the first 2 trilogies in the saga. Personally, I'm not a fan of RPGs or Dungeons & Dragons in any way, but Darths Droids has proven to be an amazing series. Its humor is great and the story adaptation is brilliant. I definitely suggest checking out this one-of-a-kind Star Wars RPG screen cap comic at darthsandroids.net. Subscribe to Stargeek for weekly Star Wars content. If you enjoyed learning about Darths Droids, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by clicking the links in the description, and you can check out my last video, How to Play Dedrick, also known as Holochess, if you just click on the thumbnail. You can also watch my explanation of the fan film mashup, Star Wars Uncut. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Stargeek. While we're on the topic of comic books, I was wondering if you guys would be interested in any videos on the Marvel Star Wars comic book lineup. I'm not just talking about the modern day stuff, but looking all the way back to 1977 when the first issue hit the shelves. I'm a huge fan of the original comic book line, and would love to talk in depth about the oddities of the issues, along with what makes them so great. If you'd be interested in looking at Jabba the Hutt, Hoojibs, and Jackson the Giant Green Space Bunny, then please tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone, and may the Force be with you.